Okay, so you ever go into a restaurant and it's like a restaurant that you don't really know, and it's the kind of food that you don't know, like what happened to me, a Japanese restaurant, right? So anyway, you go into a restaurant and they give you a menu that's just like those Chinese fast food menus, right? Where it's just words, so you really don't know what the food looks like or what you're getting, right? I mean, it's just a printed piece of paper. Now, actually, this was like a nicer restaurant. So I'm not saying the paper was bigger. It wasn't like they folded and just handed to you, and it has like stains on it from other people looking at it. No, it's nice, a nice laminated, large, like menu that you can read from, right? But the thing is like I like Japanese food, but I don't know what all the different foods are. You know, it's like. I know some of it, the stuff that's easy to figure out. I know what sushi is, right? But, so anyway, I go into a Japanese restaurant, and like I said, I don't know what to get. You know, it's like, you go in a Chinese restaurant, and maybe you don't know what General Tso's chicken is, what makes a General Tso's chicken. But you can look up, and there's like pictures in the front, behind the counter. There's pictures of everything, so you go, oh, yeah, okay, I like that. I like chicken with cashew nuts, because I can tell by the picture. It's got chicken, cashew nuts, maybe a little broccoli, and rice, right? So I'm in a Japanese restaurant, and I just never know what to order. And it's annoying because, these restaurants should have pictures on the menu. Like, I mean, here's my case in point. Let's say you go to a diner, right? Or even a better restaurant, but I'm just going to say diner, because that's a perfect example. Everybody knows what a diner menu looks like, right? So you go in a diner, and you go, I want to have a hamburger. And everybody in the world knows what a hamburger is. And they have hamburgers. And they've seen hamburgers. I mean, I don't think anybody in the world, except for some obscure Brazilian jungle tribe, or something like that, something obscure, or like maybe some tribe in the Himalayan mountains or whatever. They know what a hamburger looks like. But on a diner menu, there's a picture of a hamburger. There's a picture if you want soup. There's a picture of soup. If you want bread, there's a picture of bread. I mean, they've gone to the trouble to make it easy for people who don't want to read, or can't read, or don't have their reading glasses, or whatever. Give me that picture, give me that thing right there. That looks good, right? I mean, I can imagine the only thing worse would be if you were blind in, say, like a Japanese restaurant. You'd have to be like to the waiter, could you bring me your Braille menu? And obviously they'd be like, what? Because how many? I just don't think they'd have a Braille menu that they could give you, right? So you'd have to have the waiter read the names of and describe every dish to you if you were blind in a Japanese restaurant eating by yourself. Because if you were somebody, the waiter would be like, why don't your friend do it? I have people to serve. But if a Japanese waiter would be, why don't you have your friends do it? I have people to work and serve, like that, because that's my shitty Asian accent. But anyway, the whole reason behind this particular little rant is that whenever I go to a Japanese restaurant, there's two foods that I normally wind up getting. One of them I really like. The other one I hate. But I always forget, and I've even forgotten now what it's called. One of them is negamaki, and the other one is sukiyaki, I think. And one of them is like this tasty beef dish that's yummy. The other one is like this soggy beef soup that I don't like. So anyway, every time I go into the restaurant, it's like I'm happy and I'm ordering, but there's no picture to double check what I get. And everybody is like, I don't know what it is, And sometimes if I'm clever enough, I remember to ask the waiter, But more times than not, I have ordered the food, and guess what I got? Soup.